Let me continue the lesson. So, just make a note. Circumnavigating. How many days they have taken? 254 days. How many women join in this? 6 members, 6 women. They use the sailboat. The sailboat name is what? INSV. INSV, Tarini, and Tarini is the deity of ship sailors, and otherwise known as what? Goddess. This boat was designed by Messrs. Aquaris Shipyard Private Limited, that is in Goa. Actually, this boat was handed over to Indian Navy in 18th February 2017. The project was started by the women on 10th September 2017. Then how many ladies? I said 6. That is, who is the chief of the naval? That is Sunil Lanba. The project name is what? Navika Sagar Parikrama. That shows the women power. Showing the women power is known as Nari Sakti. The 6 women, the team was led by Vatika Joshi, Pratipa, Swati, and Aishwarya, Vijaya, Payal Gupta. They were the assistants. They started the journey on 10th September 2017. Is it clear till that? Now we have to see. It was a historic day because it is started by Defence Minister of India. Naval and all what? That is in the defense department only, no. So it is the thing is flagged by Defence Minister. Our Defence Minister, Indian Defence Minister started this. So they started from. It was a historic day because very beginning, the first time the 6 women, they all alone without any male support, all women only. So they have started their journey in the sea. That is historic thing. Moreover, they are exploring the ocean. This is an historic one. Okay. So they have started. They just expedition in 4 ports. What are the ports? Ports are the places where the ships used to rest. That is Fremantle in Australia, Loyalton in New Zealand, Port Stanley, that is Falklands, and Cape Town in South Africa. The 4 port, PORT port means what? The place where the ship rests. The ships stand. FORT fort means that is Kote. Our ministers and all gather there now. So before returning to Goa in April 2018, they went around the globe within 254 days. So they came to India in 2018. After the expedition, they came to India in 2018. 21st May 2018. They started 21st May 2018, they reached. Okay, yeah, they successfully reached. In this, the 4 ladies, that is, they were from mountains, they will share their experience with us. Clear? Can you follow what I said? 6 women, they started on 10th September 2017. They again reached Goa after exploring the 4 ports. They reached the Goa in 21st May 2018. So how many days they travel in the sea? 254 days. Clear? So what is deity? I said Tarini is the deity of sailors. That is their goddess. Okay. So after they have returned successfully to India, they gave they share their experiences with the public, with the people. So an interviewer, you know, a person who is asking questions are known as what? Interviewer. They are interviewing, they are communicating with them. Okay. So first question, what they think: how well were you acquainted with the sailboat before you took up the task? So at all of a sudden we cannot go for the task, you know. Before that we should have a practice. The same like the 6 members, the crew members, they already took the practice. After that they went to the sail. The interviewer asked, what are the steps you have taken before? So who is the head of that? I said Vatika Joshi. First she only started. There she only started to express her experiences. None of us was acquainted with the sailboat or ocean going boat. They were very new to that. Before that, they don't have experience. None of us means what? No one. That is 6 members know. No one has got no experience in that. Okay, they never go to the boat. They never travel in the ship. At first, it was difficult to take the boat out of the sea. From the sea, they have to take out. No, that is very difficult for them. From one point to another. But we slowly built upon it through 3 years training. Even removing the ship from the boat from the move from the one place to another place. For that itself, they are taking how many months training? 3 years training they were taken. So the 6 crew members, they took the training in 3 years. How many years they are taking the training? 3 years training. Underline the important points under. 3 years they are taking the training. Okay. Can you tell us about the training you had undergone before the expedition? First they say they got the training for how many years? 3 years. Now next question is what? Can you share the training? What kind of training is given to you? So they said, this is also said by whom? Vartika Joshi only. She said, we started with some theoretical courses on navigation. Theory means what? You know, because you are science students, in science we did theory as well as practical. What you are learning in the classroom is theory. What you are doing in the lab is what? Practical. So these 6 crew members, they started first, they got the theoretical courses on navigation, communication and weather prediction. First they taught what is ship, how to go by the ship, then how to communicate with each other. Communicate means what? Converse with each other. How to handle the weather condition. Weather will be always, it never be smooth. Sometimes it will be very harsh also. They must know how to face it. Everything was taught to them. Classroom courses are different from sailing outside. Classroom courses is entirely different. That is theoretical courses. Practical courses is entirely different from that. So we were given hands-on training. So they joined together. Like how to repair things. What are the things they taught? இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Better you underline. How to repair the things. And how to deal with emergencies when the weather gets rough. If there is a medical emergency, and training was needed in the tactical aspects as well. So first they say how to handle this, because there is no mechanic. If anything happens, they will do all the thing. So they were given how to repair the things if anything happens in the boat. The emergency cases, how to face it. Suppose if the weather is very rough, that is cyclone, how to face that. There is medical emergency. Suppose suddenly somebody fell sick, how to give the treatment for them. Everything was given training in that 3 years. Then Aishwarya said, we underwent our basic training courses in Mumbai. The training, 3 years training they have taken, basic course. That is where they have taken the training in Mumbai. Sorry, Mumbai. Training Center, that is INWTC, Naval Watermanship, Mumbai. What is the Naval Watermanship? Okay. We were trained for almost 3 years to prepare for the voyage. Voyage means what? Sea journey. Since the boat was old, it had minor leaks and repairs. Also, we ran out of water and food soon. They got, what are the problems they got, you see? So, ship is old one, so they got the leak. Leak means what? Water enters into that. Now, the boat kulla enna aiduchu ungalku water enter aiduchu and some repairs are there. Also, they ran out of water and food soon. Run out of water, food. They stored the food already for certain time. Store food and water. They ran out. Short aiduchu ungalku. Okay. So, the trip was tutorial for us and how to manage food, water and even electricity during the big voyage. Again, they have to manage the water, food and then they have to set the journey. Then third question he asked, what was the selection process? So, they got the training. And he asked what was the selection process. For that Aishwarya said, out of 30 women who had applied, 6 of us were shortlisted. How many women applied for the project? 30 women. Out of 30 only, 6 were projected out. So, they have to show their basic skill, that is survival skill. Suppose if an emergency, how to protect yourself, they have to show their skill. Skill means what? Our talent. They have to express their skills and then only they showcased. The crew was mentored by Commander Dilip Donde. So, the commander, that is He was trained. Who was the trainer for them? Dilip. Dilip Dond. He is silent. He was the commander of the crew. The next question he asked, how did your family members react when you told them about this expedition? So really, even sending for the long distances also, for some parents questioning about it. Or work போறோம்னாலே லாங்கில் போகிறோன்னா they won't accept. Even they are sailing in the sea for all alone without any male support. So how your parents objected for this? What is the parents' reaction? Then Vatika Joshi said, our families did have a hard thing, but that was because most of them had never seen the sea. Even the parents, the 6 crew members know, their parents, even they didn't even see the sea because they were from the mountain side. They were from the mountain. They don't know what is sea, how the sea will be. Such parents only they are. 4 of us from mountains, out of 6, 4 from mountains, they didn't even see before they come to the practice. The first time my parents saw the ocean was when I invited them to visit. So they were selected, no? They called the parents, come and see the ocean. But once they saw that we are doing well and looking after ourselves, they were quite supportive. After seeing that the girls are protecting themselves, they are working properly, then only the parents are satisfied. Generally, parents will worry about their daughters. They were apprehensive and supportive too. They give moral support to the daughters. Okay, yeah. Now next question, where did the crew undergo their basic training? Where did they undergo training? We have seen Mumbai. How long were they trained to undertake this voyage? 3 years. Which will be considered important in the selection process? So expressing the survival skill. Survival means what? Living. Who mentored the crew? Dilip Dondi. Dilip Dond. He silent I said. Dilip Dond. He was the captain. He only mentored the crew. Clear? Clear children? Shall I go to the other part? Next one. What were your aims and how did you work to achieve them? Next question. So every question they are raising one by one. Even interviewing is also hard process. So we have to, before going for the interview, we should make the questions. What are the questions we have to give? How the other person must react, and everything we have to calculate, and we have to go for the interview also. So she said, Vatika Joshi is the leader. I said, no, she said, I wanted to make sure that I complete this journey with ultimate honesty. Honesty means what? Truth. So they should be very sincere to the Indian government. First, as the leader, so the subjects are. As the king, so the subjects are. The same like leader she got the strong determination. She should be very honest. Whatever the problem they face, they don't want to withdraw. The same thing was followed by the crew members. I did not set out for a destination. It was the journey that mattered to me the most. So my contention was to make sure that we go by the rules of circumnavigation, which say that you do not have to use any auxiliary means and repulsion, and you don't have to take anybody else's assistance. That is, they have to face everything by themselves. This is the rule of the navy. She followed, she obeyed the rules. Then next question what he asked, name that one quality of yours that enabled you to complete this expedition successfully. One quality. There are many qualities to get the success. One quality. Whenever the winds dropped, it would not taken me even a fraction of a second to switch on the engine. So immediately when the wind changes, they don't want to sail further. They switch off the engine. They will remain in the same place as it is. But inside of me, something poked me and said that you have to be honest with yourself, and this expedition is to be done with honesty. I am glad. So what is the main quality? Honesty is the main quality. I am glad that we are able to finish it successfully without the use of engine at all. Okay, they are not even using the engine. Whenever the weather becomes worse, they just put up the engine. The quality is what? Honesty. The next question. As the head of the crew, how did you involve the team? So head of the crew means she got much responsibility than others. How did you involve? Then as the head of the crew, how did you? Then she said, we have all sailed and trained the same amount, and everybody has their own way of dealing with situation, but that was a good thing. Everybody got their ideas. Everybody shared their ideas. They have discussed everything, and finally what is the best they have selected. That is group discussion always. Whatever the project you are doing, the project members, everybody's idea we have to collect Then we go for the decision. The same thing, the leader, that is crew. What's the name? What I said? Vartika Joshi. She decided like that. She collected all the ideas from all the other 5 members, and the best one what they feel they have taken out. Then Payal Gupta, one of the assistants, said, when you are out of the sea, teamwork is the most important. So project, group of members only not doing, so which is important there? Teamwork is important. Even during the storm, when 3 people would be out on the watch and other 3 would be inside, would not be able to rest. 3 people, suppose any weather difference. So that is, for example, storm, cyclone, like that, 3 people outside to watch and other 3 people inside the ship, and they have to do how to face it. Somebody would heat the water. What are the works they do? They did sing. Somebody would heat the water. The other person would heat the gloves because it was raining also. Weather was means certainly what will be there? Raining. So they have to heat the gloves, they have to heat the thing, everything they have to do. So team effort actually helped in navigating through 20 hours long storm. How many hours? There is a big storm. How many hours continuously? 20 hours. That is nearing 1 day. The full day they were managed by doing like this. They divided into 2 groups. One group is looking after the outside, other group is looking after inside the ship. I feel that if I had been alone, and then it would have been a nightmare to deal with the challenges that sea throws at you. Okay. So if she is alone means, this is like a thing, what we'll say, when the drastic stories and all we have studied, no, it will be like that. But with the assistance of others, she got over. Okay, next one he asked, share your experience about the most challenging task while sailing. She is experienced, they are sharing off. The sea can get really tough when the winds are picking up. When the winds are very moderate, no, they can easily sail. When the winds are high, they cannot sail. Those the times we have to active and need to anticipate what could be there ahead. So they have to decide. What again means what? Next what we have to, how to proceed. Again means proceeding only, how to proceed. In the South Pacific, we encountered a storm where the sea were almost 9 to 10 meters high. Where it was, the storm where it was happened in the South Pacific. That sea waves were almost 9 to 10 meters high. Just imagine 1 meter 100 centimeters ku mela pogum, 9 to 10 meters high. And the winds were picking up 60 to 70 knots, which is about a hurricane force of wind on land. This is the highest force. It's normal on sea where there is hardly a landmass to stop the winds. It also a blissful experience when something broke down after a lot of hard work and effort. They put their effort and just come over the storm. What's the next question? What were the exciting moments of the trip? When we were crossing the Tasman Sea, we witnessed the brilliant southern lights from the sea. Okay, what are the things underlined? What are the experiences? What are the things they have seen? First one, they were crossing which sea it is? Tasman Sea. They witnessed southern lights from the sea, brilliant southern lights. Suddenly light appears. Okay, yeah. It was rare to watch in those months, that too from the sea. We are absolutely awestruck. Awestruck means what? Astonished. Ore ஆச்சரியமா போயிடுச்சுன்னு சொல்றேன் பாருங்க, like that. And we are not expecting it. It's see, the entire sky lit up with the green light. The entire sky, instead of blue, it becomes what? Green. There was bioluminescence, that is full of light, green light. Suddenly, green light full of this sky full of like that it was. Dolphins swimming in the wake of the boat like our neighbors. Dolphins, they, instead of water, they came near they jumped and came near the boat. Dolphins, you know. And the same like whales also. There is a whale, sperm whale. It seems like a big mountain. It rises near the boat. ஒரு பெரிய மலையே அவங்க கிட்ட வந்து நின்றா போல it just appears. Just imagine how it will be. We thought it was an island from a distance. They thought the sperm, they thought the world as a sperm. அது ஏதோ பெரிய இது நினைச்சிட்டாங்க. ஒரு ஐலாண்ட் போல இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. Actually this is not island. This is only a world. What kind of whale it is? Sperm whale. It was so huge. We are not specialists, so whenever we spotted something in the sea, we had to Google and learn to more about the species. They use the Google app and they find out what are the details of the thing. So let us continue, ma. Only for 10 more minutes, I will continue afterwards.